So now I'm going to solve an exercise here. Okay. Now what is going on is that you have a tank that contains 50 gallons, right? 5 gallons are coming out of the tank and 4 gallons are coming in at every minute. So let me get this out here. So you know that you got a tank, okay? I'm gonna draw this and then I'm gonna erase. So you have 50 gallons in here. Let's say 50 gal, whatever. So 4 are coming in every minute and 5 are coming out. So every minute you're losing a gallon. After 50 minutes you're gonna have 0. There's not gonna be anything in here, okay? Because you're losing a gallon, so if you have 50 gallons in here of a solution, after 50 minutes you have nothing. The tank is empty. So in the beginning, what you have 90% water, okay, and 10% alcohol. This is what's in the beginning at t is equal to 0. Okay, this is 10 minutes. So at t equals 0, this is what's going on in here. And whatever's coming in, this is at t is equal to 0. The 4 gallons that are coming in, out of the 4 gallons coming in, what do you have? You have 50% of water and 50% of alcohol, right? And I was asking you, assuming the solution in the tank is stirred constantly, how much alcohol is in the tank after 10 minutes? So you see, let's just see that we're going to do like y is the amount of alcohol at any time t, dy dt is the rate of alcohol, okay? Now let's think how we can solve this stuff. So after 50 minutes you got nothing, the tank is empty because 4 is coming in and 5 is coming out of solution, okay? So let's see, dy dt going to be equal to how much alcohol is it coming in? Well, it's just going to be 2 gallons a minute. Why? Because it's 4 gallons are coming in, 50% water, 50% alcohol, so it's 2. Okay. How much is it going out? Well, you see, how much of solution is it going out? It's 5, right? But you see that the whole thing is going to depend on how much alcohol there is. So you got a fraction of the alcohol left in here, because in the beginning you just have 10% alcohol, but a more concentrated solution is coming in, which has 50% alcohol, 50% water. So after, let's just say that you were not losing, let's just say that 5 gallons were coming in here instead of 4 gallons, and you always had the same amount of gallons coming in and going out. After a long time, that thing was going to approach 50% alcohol, 50% water. Okay, so what is going out is a fraction of the 5 gallons that are going out, and also a fraction of the alcohol that's going out. So if it's a fraction of 5, let's do 5 times something. What is this something? It's the amount of alcohol in the tank. Okay, now this is the thing. In the beginning, how much alcohol do you have in the tank? All right, you have 10% alcohol, 50 gallons. So in the beginning, at t is equal to 0, you have 5 gallons of alcohol and 50 gallons of solution. You had 10%. Okay. After a while, how much are you going to have? Because after 1 minute, how much do you have in the tank? You have 49. Okay. But 5 gallons are still coming out. So I'm going to put the 5 gallons being multiplied in here. And what is the concentration? What is the concentration of alcohol in this thing? Because 5 gallons are coming out. Okay. yeah, there's just one thing here, because right now, guys, I'm just worrying about this thing, okay? So in the beginning, you had at t is equal to 0, you have 5 gallons of alcohol per 50 gallons of solution, okay? This 5 here is not this 5. This 5 here is this 5 here, okay? Because 5, I'm just worrying about the thing that are going out, because the alcohol that's coming in, we already accounted for. It's 2, okay? This is the positive thing. That's the amount of alcohol, the rate of alcohol that's increasing the amount of alcohol in the solution. What about the rate of alcohol that's decreasing the amount of alcohol in the solution? Well, it's going to be 5 gallons because of this 5 here, okay, times a fraction of the alcohol. Now, in the first minute, at t is equal to 0, this 5 divided by 50 was what? The amount of alcohol, which is y, divided by 50, okay? After 1 minute, what is the fraction of alcohol? Well, you just have 49 gallons now. So it's going to be the amount of alcohol that you have now, okay? Because y, you got to understand this, guys. Y is the amount of alcohol at any given time. Y is a function of t. Y is a function of time, okay? So y is not the initial 5 gallons that you have in here at t is equal to 0. Y is going to represent the amount of alcohol at any time. So how much alcohol do you have at t is equal to 0? 5 divided by 50, right? Which is y at t is 0 divided by 50. What about after the first minute? Then you have the amount of alcohol divided by 49 because you no longer have 50 gallons in here. Remember that the net worth is actually a loss. You're losing 1 gallon per minute because 4 come in and 5 go out. So what about after 2 minutes? After 2 minutes you have what is the percentage of alcohol? It's the amount of alcohol that you're going to have after 2 minutes divided by 48, because now you have, so you see that the denominator is going down by the minute, and the numerator is always the amount of alcohol that you have in the solution. So this is going to be y divided by 50 minus t. Okay, that is the stuff. And that's it. That's it. Now, you want to rearrange this stuff. So, at t is equal to 0, what is the amount of alcohol? Is y divided by 50. At t is equal to 1 is y divided by 49. At t is equal to 2 is y divided by 48. Okay? And then you go like, no, but there's something wrong in here. Because if this is the rate, then as t gets close to 50, all right? So you can put the y outside. Let's put the y in here, and let's get this y out of here and put a 1 in its place. So as t gets close to 50, like t is equal to 49.99999, right? This denominator is going to approach 0 from the left. Okay? I mean, it's going to approach 0 from the right. It's a positive number. So 1 divided by something that's close to 0 from the right, this is going to approach infinity, okay? And then you go like, okay, it's infinity, so that means that 2 minus 5 times infinity is 2 minus infinity, and this infinity, so you have 2 minus infinity, which equals minus infinity, so the amount of alcohol is going out at an infinite rate? No, because this infinity is being multiplied by the amount of alcohol close to that final time. And the amount of alcohol close to that final time is also close to 0, because the amount of solution that you have at the final time, at the final seconds, is also close to 0. You got to remember that you're losing, okay, 1 gallon at every minute. So it's like 1 second before the last minute expires, you're going to have a tiny amount of solution, and out of that tiny amount of solution, you're going to have an even tinier amount of alcohol. So this thing here is approaching 1 divided by infinity, and then you have 2 minus infinity divided by infinity. So you see, It's weird. Don't worry about that. Okay. So don't worry about this. I know it seems strange, but that's it. And this 5, I'm going to bring it over. I'm going to get it out of here and bring it over here. Okay, now let's put this in the proper order. It's going to be dy dt plus 5 divided by 50 minus t, y is equal to 2, right? And I'm going to erase this thing here. This is just to set the problem up, set this thing up. Okay, so now it's in the proper order, okay? And we have to do the u of t, right? Because it's not u of x, it's u of t. It's e to the integral of this thing here with respect to t. Now, what is going to be the integral of this? Instead of doing a small integral here, I'm actually going to do it here. So what's going to be the integral of this stuff? It's going to be 5 times ln of 50 minus t. But you see, you don't have to worry about being positive here. It's always going to be positive. 50 minus t. Because at t is equal to 50, it's over. The tank is empty. Okay? You're losing 1 gallon at every minute. So there are 50 gallons. After 50 minutes, it's over. This thing, don't worry about it. So this is always going to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so 5 ln of 50 minus t divided by the derivative of this. So it's minus 5. Okay, I can bring this over here like that and do this. So see, this is what you have. Okay, so it's e elevated to this. That means that's 1 divided by e elevated to the positive of this. ln, right? ln of 50 minus t to the 5. Okay, now remember, ln, you got an e here. So if you have the bases are equal, the whole thing is going to be equal to this stuff. So it's 1 divided by 50 minus t, everything to the 5. Right? This is the u of t. Let's just copy it. Just bring it over. Okay. All right. So y equals 1 divided by u. Okay, if it's 1 divided by u, it's you see, it's 1 divided by 1 divided by this. So all you gotta do is to bring this up. It's gonna be 50 minus t to the 5 times the integral of 2. So I'm just gonna put this, I can put this 2 here because it's a constant, right? 2 times, which is this thing, times u of t, okay? So it's gonna be 1, oh, actually I can put the 2 inside, so it's gonna be 1 divided by 50 minus t to 5 dt. Okay, now let's keep going. So y equals 50 minus t to the 5th times the integral, right? Well, you see, let's do this stuff in here. So this is not going to be the ln because this is not a 1, okay? So this is 50 minus t to the minus 5. So we're going to increase by 1. So we do 50 minus t to the minus 4, and you have to divide by this minus 4, and you're multiplying by the 2, okay? So, and there's something else too, you're also dividing by the derivative of the inner function, which is minus 1. You multiply this thing by minus 1. So it's 2 divided by 4, which is half, okay? So it's going to be half. So it's going to be 1 divided by 50 to the minus t to the fourth. And now you have that stuff plus c, right? Because we integrated. This thing here is multiplying the entire integral. And this is the entire integral. So you have to multiply the 50 minus t to the fifth to c2. Okay. Let me just see here. Okay. So let's just multiply it out. So this is going to be y, going to be equal to 50 minus t to the fifth divided by 50 minus 4 to the 50 minus t to the fourth. Just going to be 50 minus t. Okay. Oh yeah, there's something else too that I forgot. It's divided by half, right? This is going to be a 1, and this thing here is going to be a 2. So, oh, actually, hold on. Just going to erase this, and got to put a 2 in here. And I'm going to have to, I'm going to put a 2 over. I have to erase it. Okay, I'm gonna bring this over. I put a 2 here and this. Okay, so it's gonna be 50 minus t divided by 2. I hate my 5. Okay, I have very bad handwriting. Plus c 50 minus t to the fifth. Okay. Alright. And now I'm going to put a 2 here. Y is equal to this, right? Maybe put a 2 here. Because 2 times c, if you put a 2 here, you have to multiply this. But 2 times c is just c. Okay? So, I don't know. Let's not do it for now. Okay. But, and it says that, okay, what's the initial condition now? Let's do that. What's the initial condition? When t is equal to 0, the amount of alcohol that you have is 10% of 50 gallons, which is 5. That means that y is equal to 5. When t is equal to 0, that's going to make it 25 plus c to the fifth. Okay, plus c times 50 to the fifth. All right. Now what I'm going to do. I don't know if I should do this. I don't think I'm going to leave it this way. Okay, let's do C. 5 minus 25 is minus 20 divided by 50, Jesus, 50 to the fifth. This is C, right? So I can just bring it over here. Erase this, drag this a little bit to the right, get this thing, and put it in here. But it's a minus, right? It's a minus, so I'm going to do it like that. Yeah. I erase this plus. I'm going to put this thing in here, and that. Okay. Let's see if the book wants something else. There's something else too. This is 50. This is being multiplied, right? The minus, I'm just going to bring it over here. Do that. Okay. Now, this is to the fifth and this is also to the fifth, right? So what I can do is just say that I can do it like that. Extend this to 50 here. It's the same thing, guys. All right. Let's see, okay, and what else is it asking? Assume the solution in the tank is stirred constantly. How much alcohol is in the tank after 10 minutes? There's something else, yeah. For example, here's the tank, okay, and you have a hose coming in here, and you got a hose coming out here. So you have 4 gallons coming in, 5 gallons going out. So you see, you have to assume that God is doing some kind of magic here, because here you have a bunch of solution, and you have a little bit of solution coming in here. So you see, in reality, the thing that's going out was not going to be represented by any of this thing, because it's part of this solution, and this little solution that's coming in hasn't been mixed yet with this one to make it homogeneous, but you have to assume that it's instantly homogeneous, okay? So when a drop of alcohol and water come in here, it's immediately all over the place, okay? In reality, this would not happen. Okay, so what is it asking again? How much alcohol is in the tank after 10 minutes? Okay, so after 10 minutes, so y is going to be 40 divided by 220, right? Minus 20 times, in here, we're going to have 50 minus 10, 40, divided by 50 is going to be 4/5. To the fifth. Okay, now let's see. This is going to be big. This is going to be equal to 0.8 to the fifth. Okay, let me see here if I can have some calculator. Well, this thing, let's see, this is going to be y equals 20 minus 20 times do this, okay? So 4 is the same as 2 squared, okay? So it's 2 to the 10. 2 to the 10 is 1024. Divided by 5 to the 4th is going to be 625. So you have 625 times 5. It's going to be 3125. Okay, so 3125. Let's do this. 1024 divided by 3125 times 20. Okay, and now you do a minus 20. Okay, the final answer is the final answer of all this is 13.4464. This is not approximately, this is exact. Okay, that's how many gallons you're gonna have after 10 minutes. You gotta understand that you had 5 gallons, right? At t is equal to 0, and at t is equal to 10, you had 13.4464 gallons. Why? Because first you just had a solution of 10% alcohol, but you have a solution coming in which is 50% alcohol, so that the concentration is increasing, right? And that's it, guys. That's a long one.